Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video we are going to continue class 10th science. This is practice paper number 11. So in this practice paper let us answer all the three mains, that is all the three parts: chemistry, physics and biology. So let us answer the physics part first. So the first question is: the condition of zero resistance is called overloading, short circuit, electric shock, potential. So potential difference. So among these four options, overloading, short circuit, electric shock and potential difference, so the right answer is option B, that is short circuit. So now let us move for the second question. So the second question is: the potential of neutral wire is dash. So 100 volts, 220 volts, 415 volts, 0 volts. So the right answer is option D, that is 0 volts. Now let us move for the second main, that is third question. So the question is: list if the frequency of AC is 50 hertz, then how many times current changes its direction? So frequency AC ಇದು 50 hertz ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮು ಕರೆಂಟು ತನ್ನ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳುತ್ತೆ? ಸೊ 50 hertz ಅಂದಮೇಲೆ ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 50 ಸೈಕಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಸೈಕಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ದ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ 2 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್. ಒಂದು ಸೈಕಲ್ಗೆ ಕರೆಂಟು 2 ಟೈಮ್ಸು ತನ್ನ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸೈಕಲ್ಗೆ 2 ಟೈಮ್ಸು. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ 50 ಸೈಕಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಸೊ ದ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ 100 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್. 100 ಟೈಮ್ಸು ಕರೆಂಟು ತನ್ನ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನನ್ನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳುತ್ತೆ. So now let us move for the third main, that is the fourth question. So the fourth question is: so list the methods of producing magnetic field. So magnetic field na produce ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಮೆಥಡ್ ನ ಎರಡು ಮೆಥಡ್ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಎರಡು ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವೀಗ ಬರೆಯೋಣ. The first method of producing producing magnetic field is, that is by passing electric current through a circular loop. So circular loop na ಮೂಲಕ current na pass ಮಾಡೋ ಮೂಲಕ we can produce a magnetic field around a circular loop. Then second one, by passing electric current through a solenoid. So one more method is there, that is by passing the electric current through even straight conductor also. So like this we have to answer this question. Now let us move for question number that is 5. So question number 5 is: on what principle does the motor works? Second one, define the rule used to identify the direction of force on the conductor in an electric motor. On what principle electric motor works is there? Then define the rule used to identify the direction of force. So on what principle does electric motor works? So this is the fifth question. So in the fifth A question, so it works on the principle that whenever a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field it experiences a force. This is the principle of a motor. Then we have to define the rule. So here we are using the rule called as Fleming's left hand rule. So Fleming's left hand rule is used to identify the direction of force. Let us define the Fleming's left hand rule. hold your left hand, hold your left hand such that, hold your left hand such that thumb, forefinger and middle finger are mutually perpendicular to each other, are mutually perpendicular to, are mutually perpendicular to each other such that thumb indicates the, thumb indicates the direction of, thumb indicates the direction of force, forefinger indicates the direction of magnetic field, and middle finger indicates the direction of current. So now let us move for the next main, that is the fourth main. It is sixth question. So explain an activity to show that force acting on a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field increases with increase in field strength. So let us explain an activity. So to show that, so whenever a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field increases with increase in field strength. So the operators are arranged as shown in the figure. So this is a stand. AB is the aluminium rod. This is a horseshoe magnet, battery, plug key, and these are the connecting wires. So we have to arrange the operators as shown in the figure. So now let us write whatever the things that we have to know about. So here we have to explain that so the question is, so as we, whenever a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field, as we increase the field strength, so placed in a magnetic field increases with increase in that is force acting on a conductor increases when we increase the magnetic field strength. So now let us answer this question. So operators are arranged as shown in the figure. So now the first point is, now pass a current, now pass a current. So we have to pass a current through, now pass a current through aluminium rod from end B to end A. So when the current passes through this rod, since it is kept in a magnetic field, aluminium rod AB will displace. That means on aluminium rod AB, the force will be exerted and that exerted force will displace aluminium rod. So now increase the magnitude of current. Now increase the magnitude of current. Say first we given 1 ampere of current. Now provide 4 ampere of current. Now the magnitude of the current is increased. If we observe now, due to increase in current, magnetic field strength also increased. magnetic strength also increased, and hence more force will be exerted on aluminium rod, and so it displaces more. Now, instead of one horseshoe magnet, use 4 horseshoe magnets by keeping current constant. As number of horseshoe magnet increases, as number of horseshoe magnet increases, the magnetic field strength also increases. So now also aluminium rod get displaced more. So by this activity we can know that if you want to increase the force on current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field, either we have to increase the magnitude of current or we have to increase the magnetic field strength. So this is what we have to conclude from this activity. So now let us move for the next question, that is question number 7. The question number 7 is, how does overload and short circuit occur in an electric circuit? Explain what is the function of fuse during this situation. And the second question is, mention 2 properties of magnetic field lines. So how does overload and short circuit occur in an electric circuit? So let us explain this one now. So now let us write how the overload occurs. So overload occurs, first one is when live wire comes in contact with neutral wire. This is the first cause, and this is how the overload occurs. Then the second one is due to sudden hike in voltage. Then the third one, connecting too many appliances to a single socket. So this is how the overload will be caused. Then short circuit. When overload occurs, current increases in the circuit more than required. Current occurs in the circuit more than required, called short circuit, which may leads to fire. Now in this condition, how the fuse will work? Let us see how the fuse will work. So fuse ಹೇಗೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. So next let us see how the fuse will work. When excess current flows, fuse wire having low melting point will get heated up and starts to melt and starts melting. By this it breaks the circuit and protect the appliances from damage. This is how the fuse will work in this situation. Then mention two properties of magnetic field lines. The first property is that magnetic field lines will never intersect each other. Magnetic field lines will never intersect each other. Second property, magnetic field lines are continuous. Magnetic field lines are continuous closed loop. So these are the questions that is related to physics. Now let us move for the chemistry part. So in the chemistry part, so let us answer the first question. That is, the first question is Fe2O3 plus 2Al give rise to Al2O3 plus 2Fe. The above reaction is an example of dash reaction. Here aluminium is more reactive than iron. Therefore, iron is displaced by aluminium. Since iron is displaced by aluminium, so this reaction is displacement reaction. Combination, double displacement, decomposition and displacement. Therefore, the right answer for the first question is, that is 8th one of chemistry part, is option D, that is displacement reaction. Then let us move for the 9th question. So the 9th question is, the substance that is oxidized in the following chemical reaction is MnO2 plus 4HCl give rise to MnCl2 plus Cl2 plus 2H2O. Here HCl is oxidized because HCl is oxidized to water. MnO2 is reduced to MnCl2, but HCl is oxidized to water. Therefore, HCl is the right answer. So among these four options, option A, HCl is the right answer. Now let us move for the 10th question. What are antioxidants? So this is 6th main 10th question. So let us answer what are antioxidants. The substance which avoids rancidity. The substance which avoid rancidity is called as, or which avoid oxidation is called as antioxidants. Now let us move for the 11th question. Why does the color of copper sulfate change when an iron nail is dipped in it? So copper sulfate solution is there, and this copper sulfate solution, when iron nail is dipped, the color of the copper sulfate solution is blue in color. When iron is dipped into it, it will become ferrous sulfate solution, which will be green in color, and copper is deposited. So here displacement reaction takes place. Here displacement reaction takes place. More reactive element displaces, more reactive element iron displaces less reactive element copper. Since displacement reaction takes place, the color changes from blue to green. Now let us move for the 12th question. What is redox reaction? Give example. So let us write what is redox reaction. So redox reaction is a reaction in which both oxidation and reduction takes place. Simultaneously. So let us take an example. Copper oxide plus CuO plus H2 give rise to Cu plus H2. Here copper oxide is reduced to copper, hydrogen is oxidized to water. Both oxidation and reduction taking place simultaneously. Therefore, they are called as redox reaction. So now let us move for the 13th question. So in the 13th question, they ask differentiate between oxidation and reduction. Then in this reaction, ZnO plus C give rise to Zn plus CO, which is oxidized and which is reduced. So first let us differentiate between oxidation and reduction. So one side let us write the oxidation and another side let us write the reduction. So the first difference is that the process of gaining of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. So here reduction, the process of losing of oxygen or gaining of hydrogen. The second difference between them is during oxidation reducing agent gets oxidized. Then during reduction, the oxidizing agent gets reduced. Now let us take an example for oxidation. So C plus O2 give rise to CO2. Carbon will gain oxygen. Then example for this one. So that is for reduction. So let us write the reduction. Ca plus H2 give rise to CaH2. Here calcium is gaining hydrogen. So calcium hydrogen gain ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. So this is about the difference between oxidation and reduction. So now let us move for the next. In that one only one more question is there. So let us take that question now. So 13th B question. They have given ZnO plus C give rise to Zn plus CO they have given. So in that one they asked which is oxidized. So let us write which is oxidized and which is reduced. So carbon is oxidized and zinc is reduced. Carbon is oxidized to carbon monoxide. Zinc is reduced, zinc oxide, not zinc. Zinc oxide is reduced to zinc. Carbon is oxidized and zinc oxide is reduced to zinc. So now let us move for the 14th question. So the 14th question is, write a balanced chemical equation for the following chemical reaction. Calcium carbonate, when it is heated, it forms calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Hydrogen plus chlorine will give hydrogen chloride. Magnesium plus hydrochloric acid give rise to magnesium oxide plus hydrogen. So let us balance each equation. So calcium chloride, calcium carbonate, CaCO3, when it is heated, it forms calcium oxide, CaO, and liberates carbon dioxide. So CaCO3 give rise to CaO plus CO2. Second one, hydrogen, when reacts with chlorine, it forms hydrogen chloride. So H2 plus Cl2 give rise to 2HCl. So magnesium plus hydrochloric acid will give rise to magnesium chloride, MgCl2, and liberates hydrogen. So these are the three chemical reactions which has been balanced. So by this we have successfully answered all the questions related to chemistry. Now let us move for the biology part. So the first question of the biology part, that is the 15th question. So let us see what is the 15th question now. The structural and functional unit of nerve tissue is called as neuron, brain, nephron, spinal cord. So the right answer is option A, neuron. Option A, neuron. So now let us move for the 16th question. That is the plant hormone that promotes seed germination is gibberellins, cytokinins, axin, abscisic acid. So the right answer is which promotes seed germination is option A, that is gibberellins. Now let us move for the 10th main. So the 10th main, which gland is called mixed gland? So here this is 17th question. So pancreas is called as mixed gland because it secretes pancreatic juice. It secretes juice or enzyme, as well as it secretes an hormone called insulin. Since it secretes juice as well as hormone, it is called as mixed gland. So next to 19th question, 18th question is, write the function of forebrain. So let us write the function of forebrain. So this is 18th question. Forebrain function. The first function is, it is the thinking part. It is thinking part of the brain. It is the thinking part of the brain. First question, first point. Then second point is that it can maintain all mental abilities. It can maintain all mental abilities. Then third one, all the voluntary actions are controlled by it. Then the next one is, this forebrain, it is the seat of consciousness. It is the seat of consciousness, memory, thinking, intelligence, reasoning. For all these, forebrain is the responsible. So now let us move for the 19th question. 19th question is which hormone is called emergency hormone? Why? So which hormone we have to call it as emergency hormone? Adrenaline hormone. Adrenaline hormone is called as emergency hormone. Why it is called emergency hormone? Because it makes our body to face emergency situation. It makes our body to face emergency situation. So now let us move for the 20th question. The 20th question is what is reflex action? Trace the sequence of events when a hot object is touched. So let us write the reflex arc. So the first question is what is reflex action? A sudden, quick and immediate response to stimuli is called reflex action. So let us trace the path for the reflex arc. For reflex action, let us trace the reflex path for the reflex action. So the path is stimulus. Here the stimulus is hot object. Hot object itself is called as stimulus. Then that is receptors of sense organ. Then from there it will be carried by sensory neuron to spinal cord, then from spinal cord to motor neuron, from motor neuron to effectors, from the effector, then there will be response is withdrawing of the hand. So this is the pathway for the reflex arc. So now let us move for the question number 21, that is last question. Give an example for chemotropism, then differentiate between nervous system and endocrine system. Example for chemotropism is movement of pollen tube towards ovule. Then coming to the second question, let us differentiate between one is nervous system and the second one is endocrine system. So let us differentiate between nervous system and endocrine system. So nervous system, it is a collection of nerve cells. Then endocrine system, it is formed by set of glands. Then the second difference between them is use of neuron. So neuron will be used for transmitting signal will be carried through neurons. Then here use of circulatory, that is blood will be used. Use of circulatory system to transmit signals. Then the third difference is electrical information will be carried in the form of electrical impulses. So electrical impulses are means of signal transmission. Is the means of signal transmission. Then this side, signals, that is chemical signals in the form of chemical impulses, that we call it as hormones. So chemical impulses are means of signal transmission. Then the fourth difference between them is, so signal transmission is fast. So signal transmission is fast. Then this side, signal transmission is slow. So these are the differences. These are the differences between, so that is nervous system and endocrine system. So by answering this question, we have successfully answered all the questions related to biology. Sorry, all the questions related to practice paper number 11. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Still, those who are not subscribed, please subscribe my channel. Those who already subscribed, please watch my videos, like my videos, and share my videos. And don't forget to press the bell icon to get the notification for the next video. Once again, thanks for everyone, those who are supporting me. Thank you very much.